How crazy is it that we got the Iron Man from the movie on the third wave? That never happens. Iron Man always gets all the love. But this time, we got the Iron Man Mark 85 on wave 3, the Bro Thor, the Fat Throw Build-A-Figure wave. And here it is. It comes with the Thor arm, and then it comes with a gauntlet for the Incredible Hulk from the previous wave 2 Build-A-Figure wave. So we have some effects, we have some hands. We're going to open it and check it out in a sec, but here's the side, and then here's the back showing the rest of the wave and the Build-A-Figure built together there. So let's crack it open and see what we got here. And as always, the links are down below in case you want to pick up a set of this wave. So Mark 85, as shown or as seen in Avengers Endgame, no, it does not have a Tony Stark head or the gauntlet on Tony Stark. I think they did answer that question. I think they made the figure before they saw the movie. I don't know. I don't know, because this is wave 3, so it's kind of weird. But we do get a gauntlet for the Hulk, though. So this giant thing does not fit on Iron Man. And at first I thought this was one piece. And look at the paint and sculpt on that. It looks nice. They did a good job on that. But it is a separate piece here. This is very similar to the Walmart exclusive Thanos gauntlet that that comic Thanos figure. It came with a separate hand, and it was just like this. It had the forearm piece and then the actual hand attached. But unfortunately, I did get rid of that Hulk Build-A-Figure, so I don't have him in hand to put this thing on him. So that's unfortunate. But check out Marvelous News. I believe they posted up a picture or a video having this on a Hulk figure. I think that's where I saw it, so check it out and see if it's there. Anyways, Iron Man looks pretty good. Right now with my lights on him, it actually looks better through the camera because of my lighting than he actually does in person. I know that sounds horrible, but it just looks really good through my camera right now, the way I'm looking at it. Very metallic looking because of the lighting. So the light reflects very nice off the figure. I guess you could say it almost enhances the look. So he does come with the Repulsor blast effects. So that is included. We have it in this color scheme this time around. We have 2 long ones here. Actually, we have 4 long ones just in total. All 4 are the same thing. Sometimes they include a smaller one. But I guess 2 for the hand and then 2 for the bottom of the feet. So you can have him flying up as well. We also do get the left arm of Fat Thor Build-A-Figure. And we also do get an alternate hand with the time traveling gadgets on the hand right there for Thor. So packed in, we can see here he comes with an open hand for the right and then a fist for the left. And alternatively, we can swap out hands, and now we can have a open hand for the left and a fist for the right. So you can mix and match or have both fists or both open hands. So that will do it for accessories. So now we can take a closer look at the figure, and there he is. It's following the same color scheme that most Iron Men from Marvel Legends have. It's the red plastic marbleized mold, and then they paint the gold and silver on him. So that's the same deal here on the back side here. It looks like the torso is painted though. The red on the torso is painted, but the red on like let's say his groin piece or the lower torso, that looks like it's plastic. But I could be wrong. It's hard to tell. It could be paint too. They did a pretty good job overall in making it hard to tell whether it's paint or plastic, I guess you can say. But in terms of the articulation, let's check it out here. We have the head on a swivel, left and right. He can look up and he can look down. We have the arms going forward and back all the way around, in and out. Let's back up a little bit here. And we have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, a swivel at the wrist with a hinge, a diaphragm joint that swivels, goes back and forward. There's a kick of the leg that goes about this far, so you don't get the full range. The armor is a little thick on the thigh area. We get the legs going outwards like this. Then we have a thigh swivel, pretty tight. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles are gonna hinge forward and back. There's a pivot, and that's it. So although he doesn't come with his Infinity Stone gauntlet or a unmasked head, I guess you can kind of recreate that pose because he's got that hand that opens up. It's almost like they purposely gave us that hand. That's a pose that they don't really give us. So it's very similar to that scene from the movie. So you can kind of do it. It's just he's wearing a helmet, of course, so that's not very accurate. And oh my goodness, what is this? This is the unmasked head, or this is the Tony Stark from the 2-pack of the 10th anniversary of MCU, with the Mark 1 armor, and it looks ridiculous. So it's not meant to go on here. It doesn't fit at all. And look what they did. Look at that peg. When do they ever give us a head ball joint or peg like that? It's not even a ball joint. They always give us ball joints, and for some reason with this Iron Man they didn't give us a ball joint. For some reason it's just a regular peg. It looks like the peg that you get for the hands, like this. It looks exactly like that, you know. So that's very weird that they did that. So check out that head. You can see the peg hole there. It's not even a ball joint hole like normal Marvel Legends have. So I wonder why they did that. I think they're gonna release a Iron Man with an unmasked head and the Gauntlet hand. I think it's gonna happen, because why would they purposely give us this peg and prevent us from head swapping our Tony Stark heads onto this thing? I don't know, just my guess. Alright, so let's check them out next to some other figures. I'm gonna throw in some Iron Mans first, of course. So first and foremost, I'll do a Invincible Iron Man next to him. And there he is next to that Iron Man. I do like this red a little more. The red they put on that Iron Man looks really nice. Now for a movie Iron Man, we have the Mark 7. This came from the 10th anniversary too of the MCU. And that one looks good too in terms of the red. I do like these two reds better than the red on this Mark 85. In my opinion, it looks a little better. Alright, so here we have the SH Figuarts version. Scale's a little shorter, as always, that's to be expected. The paint is expected to be a little bit more higher quality on the Figuarts one. Of course, you're paying a lot more money for that one. So the metallic paint of the red and the gold and silver look a lot better. Of course, overall, it's a better figure. But in terms of Marvel Legends, for 20 bucks, it's not too bad. This Iron Man came out okay. His torso is a little wide compared to the torso of the Figuarts one. You can kind of see it slims down when it gets down to the abs or the stomach, and here it just remains the same width. So he looks a little chunky compared to this SHF Iron Man. But yeah, there it is next to each other in case anyone wanted to see that comparison. And here's the Iron Patriot from the same Fat Thor wave. First one I reviewed, so check out that review if you haven't seen it already. And he's just monstrous over, I mean, he's pretty tall. A good inch over this Iron Man. And then here's the Tony Stark from the 2-pack of the MCU 10th anniversary. You really thought Mike Tyson was going to make an appearance? Here's the Stone Collectibles Mike Tyson standing next to the Mark 85. And then the most recently released Super Saiyan, or not Super Saiyan, but the Dragon Ball Super Broly figure. And let's check him out next to Heimdall. And then lastly, we'll check him out next to the Marvel Legends Thor the Dark World figure from the 10th anniversary as well. And then there he is next to Thor from Thor the Dark World. Alright, and he can hold the Repulsor Blast, but to a certain point. These pegs are really big, or they're larger than the peg holes on the hand. So they don't go in all the way, first of all, so they're really loose. I mean, anything can pretty much have them pop off. Let's see if the other hand's the same way. So the peg hole needed to be just a tad bit deeper for it to hold it better, because you can see the peg isn't fully inside the hand, and that's as far as it goes. So it doesn't take much to get that thing to come off. So the peg isn't to the correct size, I guess you can say. So definitely could have been done better. I feel like if you were to pose him kind of like flying up over time, that might fall off just from it hanging. It does look awkward with that piece of peg. Just, you know, there's like a gap between the actual blast and the hand there, and you can see that peg. So a thing you could probably do is, I know this piece comes off, so you can kind of push this up and hide it that way. So that's an idea. There you go, and that works pretty good. So the front might have a little bit of a gap now, but it does look better than before. And as for the peg holes in the feet, those are deep enough, and that will fit it perfectly. Those won't fall off. So once you get him on a flight stand, he looks pretty okay, and the repulsors seem to be holding their place. That's going to do it for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You found it helpful in your hunt for the toys and your decisions in whether to buy it or not. And I hope you guys check out my other videos too. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave a like, leave a comment. And as always, Have a great day. Bye.